go. So my name is David Melman, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Made Close, which in its simplest form is a platform for locally and responsibly manufactured goods. We started Made Close, my co-founders and I, because we thought that we were part of an underserved group of consumers who cared a little bit more about their products, where they were coming from, the impact they were having, but were having a very difficult time finding those products. It was very hard to find information. It was time consuming. Data quality was not very good, and we wanted to have a place where we could go to find these great products. Similarly, we found on the other side of the equation, people were having the same problems. These heritage brand, third and fourth generation manufacturers, people who had taken passion projects to real businesses, and independent boutiques that were supporting these kinds of merchants were having problems reaching their target audience. So you had two groups of people that wanted to interact and interface but had no way to do it. So Made Close, in its initial form, was that central localized place where people could go and interact very easily. I'm not going to go into the statistics here, but we're emboldened every day by the fact that statistics come out that this movement of local and responsible manufacturing is gaining traction, it's gaining speed. There's a tremendous impact on local economies, on the economy of the United States in general, on job creation, and all sorts of other things. So it's something that we are very passionate about, and we're seeing transform literally every single day in the market in front of us. A little bit about how we work and how we think about Made Close. We look at Made Close as 4 pillars, and they have a circular sort of relationship where each one helps fuel the next one and is also fueled by the one before it. So starting with content, our goal is to be the content and thought leader in the conscious consumerism space. And that comes in the forms of e-magazines, maps for shopping, community guides about places that care about local. And we've amassed over 2,500 local companies across the United States. We then whittle that down, and we have our curated e-commerce marketplace bringing you the best of the best for locally and responsibly made goods. And we recently started development of 2 other areas, our B2B, helping these merchants source materials from other like-minded merchants and stuff like that, virtual trade shows for these independent boutiques and stuff like that. And lastly, using the relationships that we have with these merchants, developing large national product placement and national media exposure things that will drive exposure to these merchants and also to Made Close, which will help drive, obviously, traffic back to the website. A few real quick images of our product. You see the Long Island, that's a community guide. On the left are maps for shopping, and on the right a product page, and then a mobile rendering. And then lastly, just to touch on again, the real goal of Made Close is to build a community and to be a leader in the space. And we're doing that in a number of ways. First and foremost, we've reached out and worked with companies like Echo Cult and Ethical Writers Company that are entrenched in this market and have these proactive users today. And we're using them to leverage and get their users and become a trusted source. We've gone national. We've been selected as featured curators for Good Morning America's Deals segment, for Oprah Magazine's O-List, the Skim, and other things to help bring these great businesses to the forefront and get them the national exposure that they need and deserve. And lastly, but not least, on the bottom right, we are in development. Actually, never thought this would happen with Made Close, but in development with a major network to do a television show going around the country, telling the stories of these third and fourth generation woodworkers, glass blowers, etc., having them collaborate with like-minded people and create new products on TV for sale on Made Close, which would obviously be great exposure for us, but also really to get the story out about these amazing people and the jobs that they do. So that's Made Close. I hope I'm under 5 minutes. Thank you very much.